Climate change is no longer a distant threat. It's happening now. But what exactly is it, and why does it matter so much? Climate change refers to the long-term shifts in Earth's weather and temperature patterns. While it can occur naturally, human activities have drastically sped it up. Burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas releases greenhouse gases that trap heat in our atmosphere. And cutting down trees, which absorb carbon dioxide, makes that problem worse. Like I said, why does this matter? It's because climate change is reshaping our planet. It's driving more intense heat waves, causing glaciers to melt, and making storms and droughts more severe. These changes aren't just statistics, they're affecting real lives right now. There's gotta be a solution though. So what can we do?
Well, first, let's take an in-depth look at the process of burning fossil fuels and how it causes the atmosphere to heat up. Fossil fuels primarily consist of hydrogen and carbon. While coal has an extremely high concentration of carbon, other fossil fuels like oil and natural gas are hydrocarbons, which consist of both. When these fuels are burned for energy, whether in a power plant, car engine, or factory, the carbon in the fuel reacts with oxygen, forming harmful CO2 in a process known as combustion. This process can also release other damaging gases like methane and nitrous oxides. Filling up the atmosphere of these gases causes it to trap heat, overwhelming the Earth's natural balance and causing the global temperature to increase. Now, this predicament is already fairly grave, but when adding deforestation to the scenario, climate change becomes significantly worse. Trees act as carbon sinks and absorbing harmful gases from the atmosphere. And when removing these trees, it releases the carbon stored within them, causing an atmospherical overflow. This process can even release methane because some processes of removing trees include burning, known as slashing and burning, which once again produces methane. Not only does this affect the atmosphere, but it also disturbs soil, which traps these gases. Now, although these issues and causes may seem minor, the effects are definitely grave, and it's important to address these issues promptly because if not, it'll affect the health of the planet, endanger the survival of ecosystems, societies, and future generations. Without some sort of intervention, global temperatures will continue increasing and eventually make warmer areas uninhabitable. The longer that we as humans wait to counteract the damage, the harsher the conditions will get, and the less reversible they will be. Currently, climate change is somewhat controllable, but soon the Earth will deteriorate to a point beyond repair.
Increased greenhouse gas emissions can have extreme impacts. The most trendy and notable is global warming, which, as previously stated, is caused by gases like CO2 and methane being trapped in the atmosphere. These emissions have contributed to increase the average global temperature by over 1 degree Celsius, with predictions of further warming if these emissions continue. A potentially more significant impact of these greenhouse gases is the melting of our planet's ice caps and rising sea levels. As temperatures increase, ice caps stored in colder climates will melt, expelling 70% of the planet's fresh water and deeming it undrinkable. The scale of this issue is so grand that it endangers the survival of the human population. Due to melting ice caps, the sea levels around coasts will eventually rise, submerging coastal cities and making the urban populace unlivable. Some major examples are Mumbai, Miami, and Jakarta, which are all currently at risk of being underwater. Another side effect of increasing greenhouse gas emissions is ocean acidification. Since oceans absorb around 30% of CO2, which reacts with seawater and forms carbonic acid, bodies of water will become significantly more acidic and have far lower pH. This change would eventually disrupt marine ecosystems and limit biodiversity around the world.
There has to be a solution though. So what can we do? First, we can switch to clean renewable energy sources such as solar and wind power. These renewables don't emit greenhouse gases and they become much more affordable each and every year.